What is up, everyone? It's Mountain Stacker here. It is January 1st, 2026, and I am sitting here in front of some of my coin collection, and I just wanted to kind of go through it because next week is the fun show. If you know what that is, it's the Florida United Numismatists Fun Show down in Orlando, Florida. It's a blast. It is fun. It is huge. Tons of dealers there. You're going to see more coin dealers and coins than you'll ever see anywhere else, as far as I'm concerned. This will be my third year. My son's coming with me. This will be his second year, and meeting some friends and family down there, and gonna have a good time. So looking forward to it. I thought it'd be fun to maybe look through some of this collection and see the things that I have. I don't get to pull them out all that time because they're in my safe or they're at the safe deposit box that I have at the bank. So I don't get to look through them, but I thought it would be a good idea to just kind of refresh myself with some of the coins that I have before I go to the fun show, to give me some ideas of things that I would want to look for, because you go there and you'll just get absolutely overwhelmed. And so if I have an idea of, okay, I'm going to look for this coin or maybe 5 or 6, maybe I'll find them all. Maybe that's the other point too. You'll find them, but maybe it's not the one you want, or maybe it's not the right price. But one time I think I mentioned on a previous video where the coin I was looking for, the first one that I had purchased as far as a gold coin, was this guy. And this is the first year I went to the fun show looking for this, and I walked the entire show, found one dealer with one coin, and haggled, got a good deal on it. Was very happy. It was a big purchase, but it's still one of my favorite coins. And I showed you all my gold, so I'm just gonna skip over that today. There's some great coins, to look at today. Some nice Civil War token. There's just so many of these guys out there, and I wouldn't even know where to start to collect these things. So having one and a really good example is neat to me. And a 66 brown. Sure, I wish it was red, but it's a pretty cool one. So, there's tons of great stuff on here. There's a half dime, 62. It's pretty grimy, but sometimes we like them like that. See if I can get it to zoom in a little bit. So these coins are nice. Here's a vault box coin. Shield nickel proof, 65. That's a great example. It's a red vault box. So I won that, and here's another one. I still remember I bought 2 vault box one time, and both came out to be randomly 1883 nickels, a shield nickel and a V nickel. One's a proof and one's mint state. Both are great. I mean, if someone's going to have a V-nickel, they're probably going to have this no sense one. You all know that story behind it, right? They didn't put cents on it. And so there were some smart people out there, or maybe not so smart, that decided to start painting them gold and treating them like gold coins. And not everyone was smart enough to know that difference. And that's why it's famous. But a lot of them were kept very nice, but that in particular was a 66, so it's a really nice example. So this is a 64.91 dime. That's a nice example. We got a $50. Pretty. Yep. Okay, so now we got some. So I'm starting to get into these now. I might be looking for. Find it. Here we go. Might be looking for another one, maybe a higher end one of these at the show. These are both common date, but they're both what I would call straight grade. These are probably right now some of my favorites. Some of these old early 1800s cap bust $50. And so, and I think I showed it quickly, but here's another one of the good look at this MS61 1875S. Liberty seated $50. That's a cool eagle. For comparing eagles. It's probably my nicest Morgan dollar, and it's nothing too high end. It's just a really nice 1880s and an old green holder. Got Zeus. It's a pretty cool coin. Real dark tone, and it says it. This is why I like ancients and grading. Some people don't. I've seen it in some of the comments, but I'm just being honest. I like it because it catalogs them very nicely. It gives you all the information. I keep all mine in date order, for instance, and then it gives you this information. I actually learn a lot from reading these. Smoothing, you know. This is a cool coin, pretty famous. Woo! It's got the prancing horse on it. Zeus. So, pretty neat coin. All right. Alexander the Great. Yeah, nice coin. Nice Colombian, and then 64. Yeah, I do like ships. You're gonna see quite a few ships on these commemorative coins. But Panama Pacific, that's a hard one to get, you know, especially, I don't know why. I really want the big old octagonal gold one. Those things sell for some serious moolah. Here you go. I love this Stone Mountain. It's got great eye appeal, in my opinion. Probably why it's in a CAC 65 Witter brick. You know, that's pretty darn nice. I like that. It's like almost like a golden toning. I don't know if that comes through, but it sure is pretty. Got some dirt and grit down there. Keep it. You know, it's not clean then. So this is one of my first commemoratives, and just like I was mentioning on commemoratives, you do see a lot of ships. This is Delaware, but it's a 66 grade, and I like ships. So. Nice. The Lafayette. Pretty coin. It's neat, you know, you're sitting 126 years old now. God. Pretty little Athenian owl. Now, so again, here we go. So this says flan flaw. So what you'll see is right there, that's the kind of, it's almost like it's cut. It's just, they didn't have perfect circles like you might get in the planches today. It's a great example, but a lot of times what people are looking for on these is the little crest that's on the helmet. And obviously that's what's not really on this one. So I wanted a really nice owl. So that's what I wanted. Everyone's different, but you got a super bird error here. Tough one to see, but basically there's a S mint mark on his chest. And Superman was a pretty popular show at the time, and someone in the mint decided to have a little fun. Put a little S mint mark on the chest of the bird to make it a super bird, but we're getting some. There we go. Another ship. Beautiful coin. They made these great coins, but all right, so you've got, for instance, fairly common date, but beautiful PCGS Walking Liberty $50 and Gem 65s. Wouldn't mind getting a few more of those. So that's fun. And then, so we got a couple nice examples of that Fraser design buffalo nickel that we love so much, and pretty. Both are just very golden toning on the. You know, nickels tone so nicely. These clad nickels, gotta admit. So there you go. Those are going to go back into my safety deposit box. And then what you have here is, you know, you got some Morgan dollars here, but nothing high end, you know, nothing rare. I haven't really gotten into the Morgans. It's just like a whole nother level collecting. This is a pretty coin though. Again, it's that nickel, buffalo nickel design, James Earl Fraser. Some modern stuff. I'm not really buying this. This is more like I paid spot for it at the time. And I mean, it's a West Point mint one, which is always nice. It was a gift actually. I have to take that back. And this was I bought at spot, but it has the eagle privy on it. So not just, again, everything's so expensive these days that silver wise that I don't know how much more premium you get on it. Yeah, it's tough to see. So we go through here, you're gonna see some not as expensive, but some commems. Got a Proof Franklin, 66, and just random. I mean, nothing. It's not gonna pop anything out that's rare or anything. Just going through stuff. Got some. I like that. That's a nice reverse proof Kennedy design. Did a whole mint set, a silver proof set like that. I'm a big fan of the Kennedys. As you can see, I'm not going to pull these out, but I basically have clad 1976S clad PR69 cameo PCGS for all of them from 76 to 77, and you can like go through here and you'll see like, for instance, type 1 and type 2 79s. These are all clad. There's no silver in any of these ones. I mean, you got the 81 type 2 and S, I think. 81 type 2, type 3, you know. So I get a little eccentric, and they've all got to be PR69. Why not 70? I don't know. But it's just started with 69, and that's where they did. And I have them all through 76 up till right now 2010. So they're all San Francisco. I don't know why. I had to have them all. That's just what happens when you start collecting something. The rest of those are just Morgans. Let's see over here. Ooh. Really nice proof nickel design. Nothing expensive, but this is a set that you could actually collect and not break the bank. Because they're just nickels, they're clad. But you know, one day they're not going to be made anymore, and maybe they'll be valuable, but until then, this is a neat set. So y'all have seen this. It comes in a box. Actually, I'll show you in a second. They usually come in. Oh, here it is. They come in this box. And of course, the ones that I have are all graded, but it's neat to have this thing to go with it if I ever wanted to. Could go in there. Papers and box, so you know they're real, but they're graded all 70s, so pretty neat. Again, love John F. Kennedy. So put that back. It's funny because I still have. You got that too. You know, I've showed you that. Got the box and the papers. Someone's gonna want that if I ever sell them, I bet. So you go through there. Let's see. All right, so random, just things I acquired. Okay, no, it's weird that I'm starting to get like a. All right, so like you see, 92. 94, remember that, I don't have the 93, right? 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, all right. So remember I didn't have that 93, I only had 92 through 99, but you got to remember, like, I got them other places too. And yeah, I've got this Dime album, for instance, and you'll see. Oh, here you go, 93 silver. And then 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't have 8 or 9, so maybe those are two things I need to pick up, right? Yeah, get the 8 and 9. Just I don't need the graded versions. I just bought those because I paid spot for them. But you know, got the 10, 11, 12, 13, missing 14, 15, 16, missing 17. I have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So you can see, and I've got some other. It's just a random dime book. So I've been kind of storing them in there, but yeah, there's so many places, and what you're going to see is don't have very many quarters. I don't need to save quarters in this. I love quarters, don't get me wrong. I just have all of them in Dansko albums, all mint state, and you know, the modern bullion, it's not going to be worth that much to have it in the cases. But if you find them in the cases, great. Sometimes I pull them out, like quarters and stuff. Oh, fun. Okay, so again, a little bit eccentric, and I think when people are OCD, that might be a good reason to get into a hobby like this, because it feels good to satisfy those OCD tendencies. So I started again, San Francisco. That's not it. You know, San Francisco wheat pennies in MS66 red. So I've got 55 all the way down at this point to 36 red. See if we get it. I might as well show a nice one. If we can zoom in. Such a nice looking scent. So I'd love to keep finding some of those, but for me, they have to be now NGC 66 red. Otherwise, I don't want them. Weird. Let's see. And then over here, you're going to have more ancients. Maybe not as valuable kind of ancients, though. You know, you got Commodus, Elagabalus. That's a neat one. Philip. Has like a rotated die, doesn't it? Maximianus. I just find it absolutely fascinating when you find these old coins. Okay, that one's not a good example. That's pretty rough looking. House of Constantine. Barely even view that one. What's the back look like? I don't even know where I got this. This doesn't look very good. Didn't mean to bump the camera there. Byzantine. Kind of a cool coin, if you ask me. All right, now we get into some of the more got 14th century Schwabish Heller. So you're going to see like a hand on the back of it, right? There it goes. Pretty famous symbol for a Heller. Fun little gimmicky, but it's nice to have it. It is the world's smallest gold coin from India, Vijayanagara. It's genuine. So says ACG. I happen to think that Ivan the Terrible was crazy, and I like the history behind it. So here's a coin for him. Pretty beat up, but if you wanted an example, there you go. All right, got this at the fun show. My son actually got it last year. He picked it out, and sometimes that's what. This is gorgeous. I gotta make sure I get a good. Look, that's such a cool coin. I mean, this stuff, I want to get more of these. And so it's fun to find something like this and then work your way backwards sometimes. Say, oh, this is a pretty coin. It's from a neat time. I like the country. I like the year that it's around from, and let me do some research. And that was fun to do with my son and spend some time doing that. Here you go, pirate money. Just give me stuff that's not super valuable. Another pretty coin there. Zurich, 10 shillings. Silver. Pro Dio et Patria. Oh yeah, Belgium. Cool, that's heavy. Prussia. Very nice condition. MS-64. There we go. Okay, this is like a old annex holder. These are cool. Some people collect these. They're smaller than the normal holder, and so when you put it in here, it just kind of sinks down. Some people collect them. I had won an auction, an old 2.5 gold eagle, $2.5 gold eagle on one of these, and as I was taking it out of the package from the auction house, I dropped it. So be aware, some of these other cases are plastic and they won't break. This thing's like, I mean, it's plastic, but it'll crack. And then all of a sudden, all of the premium, if there was one that you paid for that case because people collect them, vanished. Because it's no longer in the case. And what are you going to do, send it back to Annex? And now it's an Annex graded coin? Sorry, Annex. That wasn't very nice, but I don't mind. That's a neat Swiss 5 franc. Oh yeah, here's a franc. 1 franc, very nice. I like those Swiss silver coins. Got some Swiss gold, Swiss silver, 65. It's not, I mean, super expensive. This isn't that old. Here's a Canadian silver, it's 55. There, 58. Got this at a coin show. Andorra. My son loves that country. Smallest in the world? I don't know. I think it might be. Ooh, look at this. I mean, the Perth Mint, they just do such a fantastic job. And these kookaburras are some of my favorite. I used to have some rolls, but silver goes up and you sell some. I shouldn't have, but $40-something sounded good. And here we are. Okay. This is foreign. Sorry, Trump. It's a beautiful coin, though. Liberia. So I think this one's one of the better ones that have been made. And then I think he made him pull them all off. Somebody became president. High relief. And so, buns. I just saw some of these sell recently. Again, I love the design of the buffalo nickel. So these, again, I think it's, what country is it? Fiji? Yeah. They're beautiful though. And they're the same design, just different. You got the 10th ounce, quarter ounce, half ounce, 1 ounce. And then you got some great high-end war nickels, all 66, all NGC. So, okay. Again, it's my eccentricity. Is that a word? Being eccentric. So you got the 52, 55D, and these are all CAC. Here's a proof mercury dime. 66. That needs to be in a nice coin. That needs to go. That's an expensive coin. All right, but the rest of these, oh, here you go. Here's a 65. Okay, so now we're getting into, again, all of these are going to be CAC, and they're all going to be S proof silver Roosevelt times. All the way through every single one of them. Let's see, I got some more ancients here. So, Bactrian, that's a pretty coin. Judea. Emiratis. That's kind of a cool coin. Again, that was a vault box win, but wasn't super valuable. But this is a cool coin because it's different kind of shape than you're used to seeing. And when you see the other side, look at that. How cool. So, neat example of a coin that I probably would never have bought. Arabian Felix. I think it's neat though. Faustina. I got this one. Same thing. It was like a vault box win, I think. Oh, sorry. This one was vault box. Guess this one might have been worth more. So, got some other ancients there. Oh, I think I might have missed one here. Yep. Okay, so this one, here you got this will make some of the ancient guys that don't like them in holders. I got this one from the fun show 2 years ago. And it is basically coin of the wise men. Like the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. It's the gold, even though it's silver. That's probably what it was silver. So a pretty neat coin. Got that for my son on that first trip, and then of course he wanted to come back. I think I might have mentioned this online somewhere, but this is one of my 2026 goals. Is so these are all silver dimes, and not very many. So it's just a fun way to stack. 90% is going pretty cheap right now, so I might pick some of that up potentially if people are letting go of it. So you got that there, and then oh, this is just some bullion. Fun stuff. Just so you know that I'm stacking some silver. I got these recently. Boom. And I got just some other 5-ounce coins. Fun stuff, and then boom, 10-ounce Geiger bar. I love those, huh? A little bit smaller, but still decent size, 100 gram. All right, so we got, I got eagles here. These eagles that I keep are, believe it or not, 1986 through 2024, including Type 1 and Type 2, 2001. 21, sorry, excuse me. So there's 40 in there. I've got this filled up with some Morgan dollars. I've got a bunch of other Morgan dollars here and there. I have... Oh, these guys. Look at this. These things... Man, I'm thinking about taking these to get them graded because they're in great condition. Both 1985. One is 1/4 ounce and one is a 1/2 ounce Engelhard Prospector. Pretty rare, especially the 1/4 ounce ones. I do need the 10th ounce, so might pick up one of those if I find them. I walked the fun show, didn't see any of them, so you never know. I've got some nicer Morgans in here, just those are pretty good. I mean, let's find another one. I mean, that's again nothing they're just really nice. They're not just your average roll of them. Let's see. Yeah, see. 84.0, I bet. Yeah. I think another one in there, and then of course, got all these different Inglehearts. I got every year, the E's, Eagle backs, everything else. These are 10-gram Geigers, and let's see. Missing. Need one more to complete it. pretty bars. So I'm a big fan of the Geigers. I used to have a lot more, but sold a lot of it. When I say sell, I watch the gold to silver ratio, and I convert by selling silver and buying gold. And the gold to silver ratio is one of the things that I was fascinated by when I got into this collecting business thing. And as it's been going on, I continued to pay attention to it. I had been stacking a ton of silver, and then at some point it got down to like 78 times gold to silver ratio, and I converted a bunch to gold, and then went back up to over 100, and I bought a ton of silver, and then as you guys know, it's ran all the way down to like 50 or 55 or somewhere around there times gold to silver ratio. And so I have been selling some silver. I'm not selling all my silver. I got a lot just there, different places. I have tons of United States Eagles, proof Eagles, and all those commemorative Morgans. And then of course I have all my numismatic collection that I don't know if I consider it silver, but it's something that it's more numismatic. So the sad part is that a lot of it's very nice, and silver's ran up so much that all the numismatic value may or may not be completely washed away because of the silver value. You can just take it, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be selling that stuff. And that's one thing I'm a little bit worried about. Every time silver price or gold prices run up like they do, you have a ton of people that are just going and taking coins, I don't know, like this, and used to have a ton of numismatic value, but gold's run up so much that you can just melt this thing. And so the more people melt these, the less of them there are. So if you're going to buy gold, yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm just like everybody else. I mean, I love some of this modern gold, James Fraser gold buffalo design, or like the reverse one, but what's better than some of this stuff? I mean, this is probably the prettiest design ever made, right? That's the St. Gaudens double eagle. Augustus St. Gaudens. You got Theodore Roosevelt, who commissioned him to design it. You had who was the guy, the mint director at the time, was trying to push him out, didn't want him to design anything, almost didn't get made. Love to get the high relief version of this, but a lot of cool stuff in there. So there you have it, folks. Thought I'd share all this with you. It gave me a chance to look through all my stuff. It gave me some ideas of some of the things that I'm going to be looking for at the fun show. I hope to see some of you all there. Tell me what you get. Tell me what you're looking for. Tell me if you've got a table that you're a seller, you want me to come stop by and say hello, I will. But love you guys. I'm happy to have a brand new year to start stacking more silver and gold and see where it takes us. And I'm sure a lot of people, but the numbers blew me out as far as what I thought they'd be as far as that year-end gold value and silver value. But still here, still collecting. It's just getting a little bit more expensive. So let me know what you think of all this. Am I going the right direction with my stuff, or should I sell all this stuff and start over and go in a different direction? You tell me. Just kidding. I don't think that's going to happen. But you all have a fantastic, happy new year, and I hope to see you again soon. Please follow me and like this video and leave some comments. And until then, Mountain Stacker out.